On success. You would, I know that your motto is such in life and don't have regrets, but surely when Juddy was holding up the cup that probably should have held up, you must have had a, if you can have on a grand final day when you're a winner, a little slight regret. Maybe it was that you weren't the captain.
It's funny because I've had people ask me that question, and in no way was I envious at all of that. And you know, I often get asked about my opinion of Chris Judd, and it'd be easy to, you know, I think deep down below the surface, be a little bit sort of half snaky on him, but he couldn't.
No, it would have been snaky on yourself.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you know, he couldn't have handled that situation any better. When I got sacked or when I resigned, I was just hell bent on it not being at the expense of our opportunity of possibly going all the way. It was all about winning a premiership for us. We'd done the rest and it had all been fun. But I think had I not been part of a premiership side, I think it really would have haunted me.
Two short ones to finish with for me, Ben. How do you feel about the media that have reported this ordeal over the number of years? What you thinking about the media?
Yeah, I've copped my fair. I think I've copped my fair whack, and I've had to cop my fair whack. I think what I would have liked to have seen is probably a few people in the I guess more so the sports journalists do a little bit more research on the actual condition of addiction before they made attacks on me.
That's fair.
Because I think, to use a football analogy, I think they've gone for the man a little bit, you know, rather than the ball. And rather, you know, I think there's a huge opportunity to use my story as a positive one, as to give other people with my condition a bit of hope, because it's an area that lacks real leadership and role models for other people that are struggling with the same condition.
And what's the most important thing in Ben Cousins' life right now?
What's the most important thing? Well, I think first and foremost it's just to stay on track, keep moving forward. You know, progress is being made. You know, I think it's easy, you know, perception is reality for me, you know, in a lot of ways, but on a personal note, there's a lot of progress being made. I'm moving in the right direction.
Do you think we're really encouraged, Benny? Seriously, I think you've handled yourself beautifully tonight. I just want to ask you one thing, as a credible witness. Are drugs a problem in the player ranks of AFL football?
I don't think so. I don't think, you know, I don't think they're nearly the same problem as they are in society. You know, I don't think it's a true reflection of what's happening, you know, in a normal age bracket from 18 to 30 in society. But it is a concern for the community, and I think the problem with it is it's one of the biggest social problems we have, but yet we probably know the least about it or understand it and treat it with very little compassion.
How much do you owe Richmond, given they gave you an opportunity?
I'm forever indebted. You know, I've really enjoyed experiencing footy in Melbourne, and Richmond. I understand and acknowledge that taking on me and everything that is encompassed with that it's a big thing to manage. You know, we've seen the constant scrutiny and media speculation and just the man hours and the time that has to be devoted to keeping those things at bay. And I guess a lot of that is out of my control, but it doesn't make Craig Cameron's, Brendan Gale's, you know, Jude who looks after media, his job any easier. And yeah, it's just given me a huge opportunity just to make something with the rest of my life.
Not sure how many people are watching tonight, but I reckon Stephanie and Brian will be pretty pleased with what they're saying.
Yeah, well, I've come a long way. They've seen me
Your mum and dad?
Yeah, they've been amazing. You know, I've made life pretty difficult for them at different times, and they've been unwavering in their support. That's been I've been very, very fortunate. I don't know anyone that's, you know, been given a better opportunity at life than I have.
Well done, you've done well.
Thanks. What legacy do you want to leave? How would you like to be remembered if it is the final year?
Well, I really believe I've got some good footy left, but you know, I'm proud of the way I've played my footy. You know, I'm aware that I've played some pretty good footy, but I'm also proud of the way that I've worked through some adversity and had to do it in the public eye. It hasn't always been easy, but I think at the end of the day, I've rolled my sleeves up and I've had a crack, and I'm still here.
Should you not have had a crack up in Sydney just as a final one?
Looking back, probably should have done it an hour earlier. But
Does he understand that? That a bit of the
and
old
just
discipline?
on that, he's a good bloke. He's a good mate of mine. I've been in that situation plenty of times myself, and he's an excitable young player that has gone back to Coburg in the right manner, and he's playing great footy, and it'll be the turning point in his season, possibly his career.
Daniel Connors, he should have jobbed you earlier. Benny, we should have got you on earlier, but we do appreciate you finally coming on and answering some questions, and we hope you get another job. At least I hope you get another job next year. Not sure it'll be on the footy field, but hopefully someone will take a risk.
Thanks, mate.